Hi and welcome to this auto-emotional presentation for the quirky, distinctive and this very highly spec'd and much desired, ever popular Hyundai Velostar. This is the car that, in all honesty, has kind of put Hyundai on the map. Those who know vehicles know that Hyundai for the past X amount of years has been producing some of the most reliable, mechanically competent vehicles that there are. The only thing that was letting them down was obviously their curb appeal. They kind of lacked in the flair department, but when it says it does what it says on the tin, I think that's a bit of an understatement. The Velostar, in all of its guises, and in this one in particular with the much desired colour combination of black metallic over the red electric leather interior, really does make for a vehicle that turns heads. No matter where we go in this vehicle, the curvy appeal of the front headlights, the rather amazing design and the bold design by Hyundai to produce a mass vehicle with 3 doors, yes, 3 doors, is something that we really do have to take our hat off to. From any angle, the car has got the most distinctive curves, to be honest, even down to the rear tail lights. And as you can see, the line just follows through here onto the rear boot lid. Everything is just very quirky, practical, and somewhat of a talking point on this particular vehicle. As you can see, you've got the twin glass here with the split that's encompassing the rear spoiler as well as the third high-level brake light. And there's the rear angle showing you the third door with that hidden door handle. It's such a quirky car, it really does get people talking. This particular example is a 2014 with full service history, as you can imagine. It's very careful, cherishing owner is very sad to part ways with it, but needs must. It's a gorgeous vehicle. These alloy wheels, factory standard, as you can see, with the black inlays, the crystal clear headlights with their swooping lines, and of course the fog lights and the chrome trim that follows through. You've even got these louvered bonnet vents giving an air of menace in the evening time, especially in this black colour. It's a vehicle that does get a lot of attention and presence on the streets, and it does have a host of toys. It's coming with 2 keys, of course remote central locking, and not only that, this also has the stop-start engine off the key, so popping into the vehicle we are greeted by a host of toys. Of course, it's in immaculate condition to start off, we just got to say that. The brushed aluminium effect door handles, as you can see, even the door handles are kind of floating. It's just an amazing technical vehicle. Here you have 3 window switches, and doesn't mean one's broken or missing, it's just because there's only 3 windows because there's only 3 doors. Again, swooping around the car, the original Velostar mats. You've got the electric seats, which of course are tilt and slide and in immaculate working condition. That's a lumbar support. You can actually see that operating through the red leather, the Velostar branding throughout all the seats, and that gorgeous dash which looks something like out of the Starship Enterprise, which of course will go through. SRS airbags making it a ridiculously safe vehicle. Simply pull the toggle forward and the seat flops forward. You've then got ample space in the back, to be honest, for 2 small adults, or of course any kids that might want to tag along. And I must say that the kids really do like this vehicle, of course, for all of its quirkiness. Put that seat back, and as I jump into it, the key, remember, is in my pocket. So we'll just jump on the brake pedal and hit the engine start stop, and the thing absolutely comes into life. It's a vehicle that really does cocoon you. You really do feel as though you're in something rather special when you step into this vehicle, and as expected from a 2014 model, the vehicle is in absolutely fabulous condition with a host of toys. So starting from the driver's door, of course, you've got the 3 buttons as mentioned earlier. There are tints on this vehicle. I won't drop the glass all the way down as the car's just been valeted, so that gives you a level of tinting indication there. You can also cut the power to the rear windows, and you've got central locking off the driver's door button as well. You've got power folding mirrors, very, very handy in the tight spaces in car parks and so on and so forth. Simply pressing the button and releasing it will either fold or unfold it. You've also got the electric mirrors, that being the driver's, switch it across, and that being the passengers. Of course, it's power assisted steering, which is adjustable off the little toggle bar there. Next to that, on the left hand side, you've got the anti-skid control, the illumination, which in fact you'll notice when I toggle up is actually digital as well, so that can drop it all the way down and of course all the way back up, and it's not analog, it's a digital style illuminator. Level of headlights depending on how much load you have on the vehicle. Of course, SRS airbags not only in the seats but also on the driver's steering wheel and the driver's and the passenger side dashboard. Now you've got all controls for this gorgeous stereo with gorgeous sound here on the steering control. Simply putting the volume up, as you can see there, will raise it, lower it. You can also then skip through all of the channels preset, or you can search them across. Mode will of course do what it says on the tin, skipping through AM, FM, CD, so on so forth. Cruise control, which is very nice to have, and an added bonus on a smaller vehicle like this, although it's predominantly used for the small nippy missions in and around town. It's also great on the motorway, and that frugal engine returns such good miles per gallon. It's almost unbelievable. It's only about 70 dirhams to fill, and I think you're getting around the 500 or so kilometers out of the tank. Absolutely brilliant. You've also got the trip computer here, but as you can see, that dashboard really does give you all the information to hand. Free revving engine with that gorgeous illumination of the blue, the red and the white. Dials coming through, very easy to read, and of course all adjustable. This car has under 25,000 kilometers on it. Just bearing in mind that the average car breaks in at around 7 to 8,000. This car practically is like owning a new vehicle without taking the depreciation hit. So just a host of toys. And of course, moving across to the center console, you do have that gorgeous stereo, which not only has disc, but also have your multimedia input information, which can set up the car, and it's all touchscreen as well. As you can see there, Blue Max letting you know just how you're driving as well. It's a car that really does have a lot of toys and is in line with the gadgets and iPod generation that we're all becoming very, very quickly as well. There you've got a simple, nice interface for a clock, which is sometimes so handy, and of course back to FM. You can search and set up and tune and increase and decrease the volume. Everything's very self-explanatory there. The AC on this vehicle is ridiculously cold. I mean, you can't feel it, but you certainly can hear it. It's normally just kept on 2 or 3, even on the hottest of days, as it's in such good condition. Auxiliary input, iPod and USB input, and of course your cigarette lighter and 12 volt, but of course the driver is a non-smoker. Now I'm not even going to go through that, but that is a ton of service history. You've also got the original user manuals and paperwork, bills and receipts. This vehicle was a cherished vehicle, and only being sold as a current owner is leaving the country. What more is there to say apart from this gorgeous gearbox, which you can drive, of course, not only normally but also as a Triptronic, and give you a bit more of that sporty feel. It's a vehicle that really is going to spoil you when it comes to little fast. Well, you can't even call this a hatchback, as it does have 3 doors, so that technically is not correct. But it's a vehicle that really doesn't really want for anything in terms of servicing and outstanding work. It's in fabulous condition. There isn't really any scratches or dents to even mention, to be honest. It's a vehicle that its new owner is really going to be proud of. So it's a 2014 Hyundai Velostar in metallic black with the red electric leather interior, with the iPod, USB, CD multimedia interface, cruise control, power assisted steering, electric windows, electric power folding mirrors. Oh, and it also has a huge glass electric sunroof, which I haven't demonstrated, but I wouldn't have even if I was on the inside, because again the car's been valeted and the owner is very careful not to have even watermarks on the glass, so that tells you that you're buying a vehicle of someone who really does cherish their car. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this presentation by Automotive.